Hey everybody, trying something out here with both APBA baseball and replay baseball. Playing the APBA 1978 home opener for the Cincinnati Reds between the Houston Astros and the Reds. We'll be playing the game in APBA, but using the replay baseball direct entry to kind of show how easy that is and how simplified it is. It's the most simple PC entry I've ever seen. So I'm going to use the replay app to keep stats for us and also let us know, which are the active players at any given time. Now, if we were playing the game on replay baseball, we would simply come over here and click these three dice here and get a result. But what we're going to do instead is we're going to go up to this little pencil, and when you click on the pencil, we now get direct entry. You can see here for direct entry, everything is one button. So if it's a ground to second, just click the 4-3 and you're done. If it was strat, you'd have to go ground out, second base, first base, and figure out where the runner's going to go. This does it automatically. So I'm also using ball roller so that you can see what the rolls are, and then I'll reference them off the Merino boards, and we'll go from there. J.R. Richard is a 14 pitcher on his master symbol. Tom Seaver is a 13. J.R. Richard does have the K and the W quality. Seaver's only quality is the X. Alright, so we will get going here. It'll be leadoff man Terry Poole, the left fielder, taking on Tom Seaver. So we'll roll this dice roller and get the result for the APBA card. And we'll go ahead and see how this plays out. Get a 21, and on Terry Poole, a 21 is a 26. 26 is a 4-3 ground out, so as I mentioned earlier, just click the 4-3, and there he is, one away. Here's Enos Cabell. We'll roll him. 12 is a 25, and that's a ground out 4-3, but with an X, it's a strikeout, so Seaver will get the strikeout. There's two away. Here's Cesar Cedeno. 46 is a 29, and that is a ground out to the pitcher, but again, he has an X, so it will be a strikeout. So Seaver, 1, 2, 3, go the Astros in the first. Well, the bottom of the first, no score. Here's Pete Rose against J.R. Richard. Pete Rose, a 12 is a 25, and that is a 4-3 ground out. One away. Here's Ken Griffey. 41 for Griffey is a 28. And 28 is a 6-3 ground out, but if his pitcher has a K, it's a strikeout. And J.R. Richard has that K, so strikeout number 1 for Mr. Richard. Here's Joe Morgan, Little Joe. 14, we know 14s are 30s, which are flies to left. But if they have the K, it's a strikeout, so J.R. Richard get that strikeout. And both pitchers zoom through the first inning. I'll bring up Jose Cruz, the right fielder. 32 is a 26. That's a 4-3 ground out, one away. So getting similar rolls here. Neither offense able to do anything yet. Here's Bob Watson. 62 is a 41. And let's see, 41 with the bases empty. It's going to be an error. An error. Let's see, the fielding column. Let's see, here's the total of the team. So let's do the, I forgot to do the fielding for the Reds. I believe they were fielding column 2, though. And they are. Fielding column 2 for the Reds. So that means it's an error on the pitcher. 2-base error. So we'll come over here, do an E+, because that's going to give them 2 bases, and we'll put the error on the pitcher. And let's do that. Watson's at second base. So see how easy that was to enter. I'll bring up Joe Ferguson with 1 out and a runner at second. 33, and 33 is a 0, so we're going to have to re-roll with the runner at second. With that 0 result, we'll roll again. 62, 62 is a 6. Should be a double, we'll see. See if there's anything on Seaver's card that would alter that. He does not have, he has an L, but no M. 6, there is no place for an L there. unless he was a 1. So it's going to be a double, and it's going to be an RBI double. And the Astros lead it 1-0. Here's Art House. All of a sudden, the offense is starting to click. 32-26. 26 is a ground out 4-3. The runner will advance to third. So here I'll click 4-3, and I won't have to even do anything. Ferguson will automatically go to third. So there's 2 away for Roger Metzger. Now Richard is on deck, so they could walk Metzger. But they'll go ahead and pitch to him. 32 is a 26 with the runner at third. And a 26 is a 4-3 ground out to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Houston. And J.R. Richard back out on the bump. Back to the bases empty chart for George Foster. 46 for Foster's a 13. That's a K. On the way. I'll bring up Dan Dreesen. 61. That's a 37. And it's a strike, but the pitcher has a W. It's a walk. And J.R. Richard does have the W quality. So it will be a walk. First base runner for the Reds. Here's Johnny Bench. 54 is a 32. Runner at first. A 32 is a fly to right. 2 down. Runners have to hold. So for a fly to right, it's an F and a 9. And there it is. 2 down. Here's Concepcion. 52 is a 27. 27 is a ground ball to third. And that's going to end the inning. It's the third out, so it's just going to be a 5-3 to end the inning. Top of the third, J.R. Richard stepping to the plate. And Seaver, it's a 64, and that's a strikeout. And that was a 13, which of course is a strikeout. So 1 away for Terry Poole. 13's a 14, that's going to be a walk. Houston has a man on. And Enos Cabell, the batter. Cabell. Now, I'm not going to steal in this game just to keep it simple. I'm just going to, because it's more for demonstration purposes. Here's Cabell. 62 is a 13, struck him out. So 2 down for Cedeno. 36. 36 is a 14. And let's see, Seaver, he does not have a Z, so it is a walk. So runners at first and second for Jose Cruz. 33, that's a 0. Roll again. 14, that's a 6. That'll be another double. Now let's see, with 2 outs, all runners score, so it's a double. And the way you score all the runners is they have this D+. If I just hit double, it'd be a 2-base advancement, D+. The runner on first will score. And there you have it, 3-0 Houston. As Cruz gets the 2-run double. Here's Bob Watson. 56 is a 34 with a runner at second base. And a 34 is a pop-up to second to end the inning. So we go to P for pop-up and 4 for second. That's it. So we go to the bottom of the third. 3-0 favor the Astros. Brings up. So it's our Geronimo. 24. 24's 13. He strikes him out. Brings up Tom Seaver. Tom terrific. 35 is a 13. Struck him out. So J.R. Richards raking up the strikeouts. Here's Pete Rose. 36, 33. 33 with the bases empty is a pop out to second, but with a Y, that's a strikeout. So I'm sorry. He has a K, not a Y, so it will not be a strikeout. It's simply a pop-up to second. So J.R. Richard will not get that strikeout, but he will get the out. And after 3 complete, it's 3-0 Astros. And here is Ferguson. 35. 35 for Ferguson is a 14. That will be a leadoff walk. There's Art Howe. 25 is an 8. Art Howe is -2 against righties, so that will make Seaver, who was a 13, he'll now be a 15. And with the runner at first, a 15, can it stop an 8? Yes, it can. Turns it into a 30, which is a fly to left. So, on the way. I'll bring up Metzger. It's the first check of stopping a base hit, I believe, in the game. First time we got an 8 result. 42. is a 32. And that's a fly to right. It's out number 2. Brings up J.R. Richard. 64 is a 13. Struck him out. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 3-0. And here's Griffey. 33, that's a 0. So he'll get another chance. 13's a 6. And a 6, most likely. Let's check J.R. Richard, make sure he doesn't have anything funky on his card. He does not, so it will be a double. He has a G, which might be able to stop some home runs, but the double is not going to be affected. So it's a leadoff double for Griffey. And that brings up Morgan. 32 for Morgan is a 26. 26 with the infield back is a grounder to second. Runner will... Whoops, I'm looking at third. Let me go back to runner at second. 26, yep, 4-3. Runner to third. However, with the K, it's a strikeout, so Morgan will strike out, and J.R. Richard with that strikeout will keep Griffey at second base. Here's George Foster. 36 is a 14. That's going to be a walk. It's 2 on with 1 out for Dan Dreesen. So Danny Dreesen, chance to get something done for the Reds. 45 is a 14. That's a walk. He'll load the bases. So J.R. Richard, a little bit shaky with his control here, has loaded the bases for Johnny Bench. That's a 35, which is a 36. 36 with the bases loaded is a wild pitch. But a wild pitch 0 is a ball. Or with the fielding column 2, which I believe it is, wild pitch 1 is a ball. So let's see what the wild pitch rating is on Richard. He is a wild pitch 3. He's a wild pitch 3, so he does uncork one. He does uncork the wild pitch, and that will bring home a run. So to do the wild pitch, you simply come over here, click wild pitch. Runners advance. Bench still at bat. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Infield's going to lay back. 46 is a 13. Struck him out. So J.R. Richard, really mad at himself for that. Comes back and strikes out Bench. Here's Concepcion. Runners at second and third. 2 outs. Concepcion. 52 is a 27. 27 is a ground out to third, but with a K, it's a strikeout. So it's another strikeout for J.R. Richard. He gets out of the mess, only allowing the 1 run, which was on the wild pitch. So we go to the top of the 5th, and here's Seaver facing Poole. And we get a 13, which is a 14, leadoff walk for Poole. It's going to bring up Enos Cabell. 52 is a 27. The runner at first. 27. And X is a strikeout. So Seaver has a strikeout, so it's not going to be a 5-3 groundout or a potential double play. It's going to be a strikeout because he has the X. So there's 1 away, and that brings up Cesar Cedeno. 51 is a 10. 10 is a single, unless Seaver can stop it. Cedeno's actually +4 against righties, so that drops Seaver down. Seaver will drop to a 9. I don't think a 9 is going to stop a 10, but we'll double check it. It does not. So it's a single runner to third. So again, to move the runner from first to third, you have that single plus sign. That puts him at third. Had it been just first and second, then we would have just hit the single right here. Now, according to the replay game, Seaver is showing that he's now fatigued. Not sure if that's the case for APBA. We'll see here. He's allowed 29 batters. Let's see how many batters he has faced up to this point. Let's see here. Does it give batters faced? He has faced only 21, so I'm not sure why it's showing tired there. Make him to his B grades, but I'm sure there's a reason for it within that game. But as of right now, Seaver's going to stay in there. Runners are at the corners with 1 out for Jose Cruz, the lefty. Infield double play depth looking to turn 2. 12 is a 25. 25 is that double play. 6-4-3, and that will take care of it. And to do the double play, they've already got the buttons down here. Just click 6-4-3, and it's all over. Run on third is not scored, and that's the end of the inning. So Seaver got through that mess, and I believe he's going to be pinch hit for after this, because he's coming up to bat here shortly. Right now, Geronimo will lead things off against J.R. Richard. 42 is a 22. We'll go back to bases empty. 22. That's an error on the catcher, unless the catcher is a fielding column 1, and I don't believe that Ferguson is. Ferguson is a 8, which is he is a fielding column 1. I take that back. According to APBA, he's an 8, which makes him fielding column 1. So instead of an error, it's a 2-3 ground out. So how about that? We'll click the button 2-3, and there it is. One away, and here's Seaver, and he's going to be pinch hit for us. So we're going to take Seaver out of there. And we'll pinch hit with Dave Collins. So we go to the bench, look on Seaver, look for their pinch hitters, and we do see that actually it's going to be Mike Lum. So Mike Lum, not Collins, but Lum. So Lum is up to pinch hit. Mike Lum. See what he can do against J.R. Richard. 35. 35 is a 40. With the bases empty, a 40 is going to be a walk. It would have been a foul ball with Richard being a W. It's a walk. So Mike Lum draws the 1-out walk. Back to the top of the order for Pistol Pete. 15 is an 8. Pete's a -2 against right-handers. So that turns Richard into a 16. 16 looking to stop an 8. And it does. Turns into a 33, which is a pop-up to third base. So it's going to pop it up to third. We're out number 2, and here's Griffey. 46 is a 29, and that's a ground out to the pitcher. It's going to end the inning, 1-3. Inning's over. Now we need a new pitcher for the Reds. And let's see who they're going to go to out of their bench, or out of their bullpen rather. It's going to be Pedro Bourbon. Pedro Bourbon is on, and Bourbon, his master symbol is only a 4, and he does have a Z. So he does have the Z quality. He's a number 4. So Watson to the plate. 42. 42 is a 22. 22, we're checking the catcher again. And again, Ferguson is that catcher 1, so it's a 2. I'm sorry, no, this is bench, not Ferguson. Bench, you would assume he would be a fielding column 1, but never know. Yep, he's an 8, fielding column 1, so it's another 2-3 ground out instead of an error. So there's one away. And speaking of catchers, here's Joe Ferguson. 45 is a 14, that's a walk. He has a Z quality, but you gotta have a double Z to stop that walk with the bases empty. Brings up Art Howell. 63 for Howell. 31, and that is a fly to center. Out number 2. And I bring up Roger Metzger. 66 is a 0, so we'll get to roll again. 35 is a 6. And we'll check and make sure Bourbon doesn't have any funky qualities on his card. Bourbon. And he does not have any M's or any of that stuff, so it's just a double. But let's check runner advancement. With 2 outs, runners will score. So again, it's a double plus because of 2-out advantage. And the Astros now lead it 4-1. And J.R. Richards stepping to the plate. 16 is a 28. With the runner at second base, a 28 is a 6-3 ground out to end the inning. So that's all for the Astros, but they pick up another run to lead it 4-1. Bottom of the 6th, it'll be little Joe Morgan, stepping in. 44, that's an 8. And no change from Morgan on his card. So an 8 and 14 for J.R. Richard. Can a 14 stop an 8? It can. It turns to a 30, which is a fly to left. 1 away. Here's George Foster. 42 is a 40, and that'll be a walk because he has that W. A little wildness there. Here's Dan Dreesen. 62 with a 13, struck him out. 2 down for Johnny Bench. 62 is a 13, struck him out. So J.R. Richard is piling up the Ks in this one. All right, here's Terry Poole. Bourbon, second inning of work. 14's a 30, that's a fly to left. Miss Cabell. 12 is a 25. And that's a 4-3 ground out unless he has the X, which I don't believe Bourbon has. I think, no, he only has a Z, and that's it. So that means it's simply a 4-3 ground out. 2 down for Cesar Cedeno. 24 is a 27. It's a 5-3 ground out. Ground ball to Rose at third, ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Here's Concepcion trying to get something off J.R. Richard. 54 is a 32. That is a fly to right, but with a K, that's a strikeout. So Richard yet again, another strikeout. Here's Cesar Geronimo. 64 is a 13, another strikeout. And now Bourbon coming up will go to the bench for the Reds once again. And they're going to bring in Dave Collins. So Collins will be the new hitter. See what he can do. 36 is a 33, which is a pop up to second, but with, the Y, there's no Y there, so it's just a pop to second. It's only got the K, so it's pop out to second. And the inning is over. And we'll need a new pitcher for Cincinnati to start the top of the 8th. And with Cruz coming up, Watson right behind him, it really doesn't matter if you're lefty or righty. They will go with Dale Murray. So Dale Murray will be coming on. So Dale Murray is on, and Murray has a 7, and he's got a Y and a Z. 7 with the Y and a Z. So Jose Cruz leads off. 54, 32. 32 is a fly to right, 1 away. That'll bring up Bob Watson. 45 is a 14. That'll be a walk. We'll bring up Joe Ferguson. 66 is a 1. That's a 2-run homer for Joe Ferguson. So a solid 1. Now it's a 6-1 Astro lead as they've blown the game open. Here's Art Howe. 33. It's a 0. Reroll. 23. That's a 6. That'll be a double. Murray has a G, so we'll double check this and make sure it's not going to turn into a home run. Here comes a 9. So a 9, a 6. Nope, it's going to stay a double. So it's a double for Art Howe. Brings up Roger Metzger. 32 is a 26 with a runner at second. And a 26 is a grounder 4-3. Runner goes to third. Out number 2. And J.R. Richard is up. They're going to go ahead and let him hit. 56 is a 34. Runner at third, a 34. Is a fly out to right field. Or pop up to first base, rather. I don't know why it says fly out first base. It should say pop up. The Marino boy has fly out first base. So that's what they got, so that's what threw me off there. All right, Pete Rose back out. See what he can do. That's J.R. Richard, 26, 27. Base is empty at 27. Is a 5-3 ground out, so grounder to third. 1 away. And I'll bring up Ken Griffey. 52 is a 27. 27 is another 5-3 ground out to third. So 2 groundouts to third. We got Griffey out as well as Rose. Here's Morgan. 56 is a 34. 34, pop up to short. And that's going to end the inning. So Metzger fields it. And the inning is over. So we go to the top of the 9th. Still 6-1. Astros now. Terry Poole. Murray, second inning of work. 12 is a 25. And that is a 4-3 ground out. He does not have the X, so still a ground out to second. Enos Cabell. 56 is a 34. And that's going to be a pop up to short. Unless he has the Y, which he does, so it's a strikeout for Murray. 2 down for Cesar Cedeno. 22 is an 8. Cedeno's a +4. Makes Murray a 3, so he's not going to stop that. That'll be a single for Cedeno. Here's Jose Cruz. 33 is a 0. 33 again is a 1. It's a 2-run homer for Jose Cruz. Icing on the cake makes it 8-1. Murray now pretty much wasted, but they're going to go ahead and let him finish the inning. Or at least try to. 13's a 14. That's a walk. Joe Ferguson. 61's a 24. The runner at first. 24 is a 6-4-3 double play with already 2 outs. So simply a 6-4 fielder's choice. So now here come the Reds. Foster against Richard. He's going for the complete game. 63 is a 31, which is a fly to center. 1 down, 2 to go. Here's Dreesen. 41 is a 24, and that's a grounder to short. 2 down. Last man up, Johnny Bench. Mr. No runs, no drips, no errors. Blue Emu doesn't stink. 61, 38. 38's a ball, so we'll redo. 63 is a 31. Fly to center. There's your ball game. Fly out. Oops, there you go. Fly out. Center field. And we're all done. There it is, your final. We'll go to the box score. Let's get rid of the roll thing there. There we go. There's your box score. 8-0. Favor of Houston. J.R. Richard walks 5, strikes out 12 in his 33 batters faced. And Mike Lum, the only RBI of the day for the Reds. And for Houston, Cruz with 4 RBIs, Ferguson with 3. A couple multi-hit games, Ferguson homers and Cruz homers. Cruz also had a double, same as Ferguson, so they were the 2 offensive stars. But the star of the game, J.R. Richard, proves to 1-0 with that complete game victory. Tom Seaver drops to 0-1. And then Dale Murray really got shellacked in his 2 innings. But kind of mop-up duty there. So there you have it. That's the entry of using direct entry in replay baseball when you're playing a different game, such as APBA. And the reason I use the dice roller is because I don't have multiple cameras to show you the dice roll and the screen, so I can only show what's on the screen, and the only way to do that is using the dice roller, and just trust that you trust me reading out the book. So that's it from here. Just wanted to do a little sample there just to see how it went, and we'll close this out. And it takes us back to our main screen, and if you go to the next day, you can see a whole another set of games to be played. And in Cincinnati, it'd be Bill Bonham against Joe Niekro, but then a lot of other openers as well to start their season. So that's going to do it, and got that done in less than a half hour. So even with all those runs scored. So I hope you enjoyed that, and until next time, I will see you all down the road.